This week on Hermitcraft. Welcome to the Hermitcraft Recap, where we put pop culture references to footage of people suffering. My name is Pixel Riffs, our writer is LoyXP, and when you play the game of Hermit Quest, you win or you die. Unless your teammate has a resurrection scroll, apparently. And much as we would love to cover the events of Hermit Quest, we unfortunately don't have the time. But if you're a part of the Hermitcraft subreddit, you've probably seen a recap link submission thread stickied at the top of the page each week. So we would like you to submit your Hermit Quest highlights in that thread, and we might just have time for a compilation video when it's all over and done with. And with that all out of the way, let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week. Starting with Good Times with Scar, who hasn't released an episode this week but has been teasing it on his Twitter for a while. So check out them pretty landscapes and this clip from the Hermitcraft livestream day that they didn't ask us to promote for some reason.
No, we landed. Whoa, Aqua Scar. Aqua Scar in his natural habitat. Aqua Scar. Aqua Scar. Whoa, what is going on? Super speed!
Coincidentally, TFC happens to mess up his game too, releasing a short video we already teased in the intro. Click the iCard in the top right and check it out. We're sorry, TFC, but it's hilarious. Once he frees himself from the hell of ghost blocks, TFC tries his hand at landscaping the area leading up to his latest tower and tries out some alternative lighting solutions for the wall. Wormman, of all people, has also found himself stuck in a bit of a predicament this week. Having first proven that he is in fact definitely not Zedaf once and for all, the hero commandeers the rest of the episode to go through an escape room puzzle some committee has set up for him. Cake and grief counselling will be available at the conclusion of the test. And some llamas will need it after the way Impulse uses them to create an elevator to the nether roof.
This thing. See you later! Whoops. Oh, we're gonna cause problems here.
Azuma goes with a much more mundane minecart elevator, albeit updated with observer blocks. He'll definitely need it to traverse to the new level of his base. It's a water-themed level, and we all know how those work out in video games. In much brighter news, we would like to congratulate Azuma on winning the second war on Mycelium, as well as setting the highest score on the Hot Swap challenge in a collab with Mumbo Jumbo, by doing the challenge in a mesa where the gold ore is as frequent as iron. So their score has beaten False and Cubfan, who just completed their take on the Hot Swap as well. But a rematch is always welcome, and the spirit of competition is still very much alive since X and Mumbo are yet to compete in False's Aber Caving tournament. For now, she has to take it out on Wales Night.
This is so terrifying. Nope. I'm so lost right now.
Yeah, I've gone totally the opposite direction to where we started.
Sounds like a good plan. Oh!
In the meantime, False builds a magic stall inhabited by a nasty witch and starts building a mushroom factory since she has replaced all the mycelium with grass and her neighbour has swapped all of his for dirt. At least Rendog still has plenty all around his netherboard, but might not for too long since the electronics are expanding rapidly. This time it's two spacious storage modules hooked up to the rest of the base with uranium lines, harvesting nether essences for good and not for whatever Tango Tech is using them for. There's a literal heart from hell in the middle of Tango's base now, and it's all icky and beating and ugh. On a somewhat related note, the green stuff he's been pumping around his base is now named Tectoplasm, and seeing as how it has exactly the same physical properties as Iscalium, we shall call all Iscalium Tectoplasm from now on. That'll teach them to complain about not getting enough airtime. Going to the opposite side of the building spectrum, Iskall travels to the nether roof and creates an ornate and pristine-looking white levitating tooth ringed with gold-yellow concrete so he can AFK in it. Apparently, for the farm to work, he had to construct additional pylons. Back in the overworld, Iskall picks a fight with the Spoon himself, having themselves a friendly building competition.
Yeah. So basically we're going to be borrowing ideas that we took from people suggesting silly redstone ideas for me to build in one of my redstone videos.
Their theme turns out to be Bender Bending Rodriguez from Futurama. Tough luck biting his shiny metal arse though, because Iskall has built it out of concrete, and on Mumbo's monument, he doesn't even have one.
Remember me! Remember me!
Outside of collabs, Mumbo works more on that storage system we've reported as being completed 3 times already, and supports the levitating rhombuses of his base with bizarre diagonal pillars that don't make them look like modern coffee tables at all. Across the ocean from Mumbo, Joe Hills' castle walls continue as he chats about Minecon Earth and the other recent announcements from Mojang. We're not going to touch on that ourselves, but if you want another hot take, look no further than XB Crafted, who shares his opinion while working on the structure of the Woodland Mansion. He also raises a pretty impressive barn nearby. He's done a lot, but he's also gone a bit Dr. Dolittle and is now talking to all the animals.
Random horses, random. What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, I told you. I'm filling it in. I'm thinking right here. Hey, cow, give me milk. Thank you. Bang.
Which is much more friendly than what Cubfan has been doing to them from the start of the server. Get this, Cubfan has now gathered all the mob heads from the loot tables, even the ones Azuma just introduced this week, which is an achievement in itself. However, Cubfan takes it even further and once again builds a charged creeper farm to try and score the 3 vanilla ones, creeper, skeleton, and zombie. On top of that, he gets around to building a villager trading house, aided by Wells Knight, who helps out with the interior decorating. Ironically, Wells finds his own castle lacking the detail in the backside area, so he spruces, or rather dark oaks it up to be more presentable, because it's got to have more than just a pretty face. And finally, BOO begins the task of populating his jungle snow globe with villagers, but runs into a snag when they refuse to make babies, despite him providing them with 100% organic houses. Of course, villagers are temperamental, and you have to take great care to be subtle with them.
Breed! Make a baby! Yeah, I'm trying. Look, you see the place? You see it? It's gorgeous. This whole place. It's a paradise, a wonderland.
And that's pretty much it for this week's recap. My name is PixelRibs and our writer is ZloyXP. You can find our channels in the end cards, and this week I built a robot dinosaur in a lake, so check that out if you've got a moment. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here, subscribe so you won't miss future episodes of the recap, and share this video with the Hermitcraft fans in your life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.